Shelby here. Welcome back to A Little Literary Love. I thought I would come in here and try to do like a short little intro because it is Saturday morning. I'm wanting to try to do a vlog of sorts for this week if I can. We're going into like the last week of October, and I'm really wanting to read a bunch of like Halloween novellas. So I thought I would make a blog for this and then post it, you know, the day before Halloween. Perfect timing. We'll see how this week goes. I do have a baby shower to go to today, and then the rest of the week I have to work. I do have to paint some pumpkins for a thing for my work, and I thought that would be fun for my kids to do too. And then one day this week I am off because I have to work that Halloween weekend, but then I'm off for Halloween, which is fun. And I think I'm gonna take my kids to a like pumpkin patch thing, so I don't know if I'm gonna end up filming some of that, whatever. But I thought I would go to give a rundown of like the books that I thought I might try to read. And like I said, all of these I'm pretty sure are novellas. That's kind of what I've been in the mood for right now. And I'm just wanting to read some like Halloween novellas. I don't really know what most of these are about. I don't know if I'll get to most of these. We'll just kind of see how the week goes. First one is going to be Scream for Us by Molly Doyle. The only thing I know about this is that is a reverse harem, and I have this on audio because I've heard the audio is the way to go on this because there is a narrator person, whatever, that is just like amazing. So thought I would try that. There's Trick by Shay Sanders. I have no idea what this is about. I just know it's Halloween themed. Monster Flicker, a Halloween monster romance by Teresa Hahn. I don't know anything about this one either. I just know I've been in a monster romance mood, and this says it's specifically a Halloween monster romance. So I was like, cool, I want to try that. Then Ghost, the Halloween Boys by Kat Blackthorne. I've been seeing this around for a little while, that people have been reading this and really enjoying it. Again, I have no idea what this is about. I don't even know if this is a paranormal romance, if this is a contemporary romance, if this is like, it kind of gives me like maybe bully romance vibes. I have no idea what this one is about. Like I said, I don't know any of these books, but I've been seeing this around on some of my romance Facebook groups that I'm a part of that like recommend romances. So I've been seeing it around for a little bit. So I thought this might be good. And then Not Today, Satan by a Halloween novella by Calliope Stewart. This one I really want to pick up because I'm also starting to get into like an Omegaverse kind of mood. So this sounded like it was going to blend maybe Omegaverse and monster romance, which would be really cool. Because like I said, the monster romance, I'm definitely in a mood for monster romance. And like I said, I'm starting to get into a mood for Omegaverse stories. But anyway, I'm also in the middle of reading the second book of the Ties That Bond series by J. Bree, because I was told this is an Omegaverse series, but it's very like slow, but it's also kind of addicting. So I'm in the middle of reading that, and then I had also just picked up A Soul to Keep by Oprah Rain. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to actually start reading any of these books this week, but I have some time that I was already filming, so that's why I thought I would film this intro. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of this week goes, and I'll pop on when I have something else interesting to talk about. So what color is that? That's green. Uh-oh. Hey everyone, update time. It is Sunday. I did not read any of the books I was going to yesterday or update at all yesterday because I was at a baby shower and my toddler did not get a nap at all, and she was a lot. So another day we're painting pumpkins, because I thought that was easier than trying to carve pumpkins with a 2-year-old, and she's enjoying it. I started Scream for Us by Molly Doyle on audio. Thank you. And it's looks like it's gonna be really quick. It's because I read on like sped up. I don't read it on 1x speed. I read it usually like 2x speed for my audiobooks. It's only gonna be like an hour, a little over an hour for me to like do this whole audiobook, but it's basically like this girl's going to this Halloween party and she meets these guys that are in costumes, and yeah, then sexy times ensue. But I definitely understand why people are like, no, do the audiobook for these, because there's this narrator, his like Vo Eros, I think is his name, and he's got a really great voice. I don't know, I'm enjoying it so far. There's not like a ton of like plot to this, but it is, like I said, a novella and reverse harem, but so far she's only been with like one of the guys, and then the other two have kind of watched, but yeah, so I will see how that goes. And then I did go ahead and download Not Today Satan, I think, and it's like an Omega Halloween novella, and I kind of read the blurb a little bit for that one, and it sounds like it is an Omega, and she's going to a Halloween party dressed as an angel, and then there's I don't know if it's like a demon or Satan, or if it's actually that, or if it's like an alpha dressed as like a Satan or demon person like finds her. I don't know, but I'm kind of in a Omegaverse mood, so I thought that would be fun. But yeah. Hey everyone, it's Monday. I just got done with work. I didn't really update anymore yesterday because both my kids are starting to get sick again. We're just perpetually being sick constantly since my toddler started daycare. It's been loads of fun. But I finished Scream for Us yesterday. Like I said, it was really quick. It was only about like an hour long. It was pretty good. It was pretty dark. Like I said, it was a reverse harem. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. I wish there was maybe a little bit more plot to it. And I also didn't really care for the ending of it. It's kind of creepy to me. But I did really enjoy it, and I understand why people say to do the audiobook of that. Because like I said, the male voice that is in it was really good, really sexy. And he didn't just like talk, like he made like noises, I guess. But yeah, so there's that. And then I started Not Today Satan, and I think about halfway through it. But yes, it is an Omegaverse. It's about this Omega, and she's in college, and she is going to a Halloween party, and she dresses it as an angel, and she accidentally summons the devil, and he's like an alpha, and she's like going into heat right before this Halloween party is about to start, and she just summoned him, and I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to finish this one. But it's been a nice little treat. But yeah, so I just wanted to update where I'm at with reading some of these Halloween reads, and I'll update y'all later. Hey everyone, it is now Wednesday morning. I have the day off, so I made some tea. Have you all noticed, I feel like every vlog that I watch, people are just like making coffee, like every single vlog. But I'm not a coffee drinker, and I like tea, but I only drink it when it's like cold outside, or if I am feeling sick and I have a sore throat. And I woke up, it was like 65 degrees in my house. Like 40, it's 40 outside. So today felt like a good day. So got my tea here. It's nice and cozy. But yeah, so it's Wednesday. I have the day off because I have to work this weekend. So I think about like 30 minutes or so my mom should be here. She's gonna help me take my girls to a pumpkin patch farm thing, since we're super close to Halloween. I thought that would be fun for them because this place is supposed to have like animals and like games, You can go out into like the field and get some pumpkins. So I felt like that would be a fun thing to do. But yeah, so that's what we're planning on doing today. I'm hoping I can get some footage of that for this vlog, but we'll see how the day goes and how things go with my kids. But I have lots of updates. I have finished 2 more novellas since I think I last updated. So the first one being Not Today, Satan, the Omegaverse Halloween novella. That one was super fun. I gave it 4 stars. I loved it. But yeah, so it's about this Omega, and she's in college, and she is dressed as an angel for Halloween, for this Halloween party, and she's going to this Halloween party, and she is an artist, so she is helping decorate for it, and she is doing these like different symbols, and she accidentally summons the devil. And he is an alpha, and he can be summoned by Omegas, and he can make a deal with them to give them whatever they want, and he can help them through their heat. So she accidentally goes into heat at this, right before this party is about to start, and he comes and they have some great fun sexy times, and it was such a fun read, very steamy. I really enjoyed it, and I kind of want to read some more from this author. I haven't read anything from her, so this is great. Then I read Trick by Shay something. I'll put it up next to me. This is another Halloween novella, and she has a second one called Treat that you can also read. Apparently this is about side characters from an actual book that she has that I have not read. This one was all right. I think I gave it 3 stars. The writing wasn't bad. It did actually have somewhat of a plot to it. It's about these 2 characters that a mutual friend got them together, so they're going out on a date. It's not really going that great, but they start like something's on them, and they're like itching, and so they end up going back to her place and like cleaning off, and then they end up having some sexy times while they're there. I don't know, this is fine. There's nothing about it that was inherently like bad, but it didn't really come across as like a Halloween novella. The only thing that like indicated that it was Halloween is because one of the characters said today is Halloween, and that was it. There was nothing else, and like no other vibes except they were like on a hayride. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling that. And then the eroticism, like it's called an erotic novella. Yes, there was steam, but it wasn't as much steam as I was expecting it to be from an erotic novella. So this novella is only 30 pages, and we don't get to the steam until halfway through, which granted is like 15 pages in. So like a normal like book, that's pretty quick. But like for the length of this, it felt like it took a while. And then the steam I didn't think was like super like wow or like sexy. I don't know. I think maybe if like you're new to erotic novellas or eroticism, and you're wanting something in like for Halloween, like this one is a good one to go to. But I've just read like much dirtier and filthier things and much more creative erotic novellas than this one, so I was just a little bit disappointed by it. So yeah, so those are the updates. We're gonna have fun today, hopefully. And I think I picked up Monster Flicker, which is another Halloween novella, which this one I think is like 100 pages, so it's a little bit longer, but I should hopefully be able to finish this one today. And then we'll see which ones. I found some people on Instagram have been posting different Halloween novellas that they've been reading, like some new ones that have popped up that weren't on my radar, so I might pick up some of those. I was wanting to read this story called Ghost because I thought it was a novella. I'm not 100% sure if it is about Halloween or not, but it's called like The Halloween Boys, but it looks like it's a full-length novel, so I may wait on that one and read that some other time, not for this, because like for this vlog I'm really just wanting to read like novellas that are like Halloween or spooky kind of like themed. So we'll see where today goes. Hey everyone, I'm back. It's Friday. I'm sitting in my normal like filming space just to give updates on the books that I finished, and then I'm probably just going to wrap up this vlog for this week because I work this weekend and I don't really have any other further like plans, and I don't know that I have any other like Halloween novellas that I'm wanting to get to for this weekend. I think I'm just gonna try to finish out some of the books that I've already started for October. But yes, so we went to the pumpkin farm on Wednesday. My kids had a lot of fun. They started to get very crabby, so we just ended up going home. And then the rest of the day, my youngest, wasn't feeling that great, so I just didn't really feel like filming. And then yesterday, I was busy all day. I was working and just didn't happen. So here we are, but I have finished 3 Halloween novellas since I last updated. So I think I was last on talking about that I started or is about to start Monster Flicker, and I can't remember the author, but I will put pictures up of all these books. So I read that one. That was about a 100-page novella. And it sounded really cool. It's about this chick who she escapes this cult that she's a part of, but it's like a monster slaying cult, and they like worship this like angel, and she escapes even though she's like top of her class because her younger sister is being bullied there, so she's trying to take her sister out of it. And she comes across this like monster that they are keeping, that he's like pinned to this like frame, and she kind of helps him in a way, accidentally like gives him some of her blood, and it helps to fuel him a little bit, and he like makes a sword for her like out of his body to help her like escape. And he's like, I'm gonna find you in 10 years to collect on this like debt that I owe you or whatever, or that you owe me. And so then later on she's out running around running away from this cult, and he like finds her and they like get together, and I don't know. The premise of this was really cool. Just the whole fact like he feeds on just any kind of human bodily fluids, so not just blood. She could basically like spit in his mouth and he would like get sustenance from that. There's one point where he gets feeds by giving her oral. So I thought that was like pretty cool, and the fact that he can like make things from his body and like pull it out of his body and like give it to her, like that was really cool. But this was just very poorly executed. I gave this 2 stars. It was just my problem with a lot of people or authors that end up trying to do novellas is they have a really great idea like this, but then they try to pack it into such a short novella when it really deserves to be like a full-fledged novel where there's more growth, everything is fleshed out a little bit more. Everything just didn't make sense. I didn't really understand why they like fell in love. So wasn't a big fan of that one. And then the other 2 that I read weren't really on my radar. I hadn't really heard about them, but I saw some people that I follow on Instagram were talking about these, and they seemed like Halloween novellas, so I thought I'd pick them up. One is Riding the Headless Horseman. Never in a million years did I think I would pick this one up, but this is about this witch, and she reads tarot, and she lives, I think, in Salem or some town that believes in the Headless Horseman, and he comes and he takes her as like, hey, you're fated to be my mate, so I'm gonna take you and we're gonna have some pretty great sex. So they do that. This was actually surprisingly pretty good. I think I gave this 3.5 stars. Not really bad, pretty short, very steamy. I did enjoy this. And then the last one, which I also didn't think that I would like, is going to be Hasty, which is a scarecrow monster romance by Vera Valentine. This is like Halloween novella, which I think it takes place like before Halloween, but it's still like the vibes. So this is about this girl, and she has a farm, and she's going to this like farm festival thing or something, and her boyfriend is pretty shitty and kind of abusive towards her. He ends up like hitting her and she runs away, and he chases her into this cornfield, and she comes across this man that's just in the cornfield, and she doesn't know who this man is, but he's very like protective towards her. And then she finds out that he's a scarecrow, and he has come to life on this one day. And he just wants to protect her and be her companion and give her a little bit of pleasure. So this was very quick, very well written, but there's only like one smutty scene. So I think it would have been cool to have a little bit more, but whatever. Very interesting anatomy. Very farm related anatomy. Or crop related. Anyway, so that one I think I gave like 4 stars. It was pretty good. And yeah, so those are all the novellas that I read. So I ended up reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Halloween novellas this week. So pretty good. Definitely feeling in the Halloween vibe. So I think that's just going to be it for this vlog. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you like my content. I appreciate it. And let me know what kind of Halloween books that you're planning on reading. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a safe and happy Halloween, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.